Hello, Christina Renso. Thanks for tuning in this Thursday, and I hope you all are doing well. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video and share with your friends. So, good news. The governor of Tennessee has signed a bill to ban, what do you call it? They say sex change or sexual mutilation, whether these minors have a choice or not. So, keep in mind, I said minors. So, they it was through a guy named Lombard. Matt Walsh had his input in it because this story, after all, is from the Daily Wire. And Matt Walsh did a documentary, excuse me, on what is a woman, and he goes around and asks different people to define woman since the controversy with our new Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, who couldn't define it to when she was asked by Marsha, I think Blackburn is her name. So he goes around, asks different people, and the only ones that were really able to make sense of this were um, a group of guys from, I'm guessing, an African tribe who really were based on the clips, were the only ones that gave him a logical answer. So if you get a chance, check it out. I haven't, I'm not subscribed to the Daily Wire, and also I really don't want to pay for it. So I'll check it out when I get a chance. Just as I had access to The Greatest Lie Ever Sold by Candace Owens, I'm pretty sure I'll get this get access to this documentary. So just gonna read off a few quotes and some background on the story, because this is my first time hearing about this. But thankfully, Tennessee, Nashville was one of the cities that passed, and Nashville is one of my favorite cities. I like country music, so great city to um, hang out if you want to. So it's the bill introduced by, excuse me, Senate Majority Leader Jack Johnson and Landberth. Okay. And they expect to be approved by the Governor Lee, who has previously signed support for the bill. Quote, and the reason I'm using quotes, I don't want to be accused of plagiarism. We should not allow permanent life-altering decisions that hurt children with the partnership of General Assembly. This practice should end in Tennessee, Lee said in the fall after an investigation by Daily Wire host Matt Walsh revealed that the Vanderbilt University Medical Center had performed, double, I don't know how to pronounce this, pretty much hormones, okay, to inject. So just a few points about this that where I mentioned on my podcast earlier. So there have been people who do, I don't know why. I mean, unless the person comes out and tell you. And a colleague recently got in trouble for this, going around questioning just because a person doesn't meet certain traits or do certain actions. Allie Beth Stuckey did a good job on this. It's still on her live stream and her podcast if you want to check that out, about gender. It was a similar case like this about gender uh, transitioning. And a lot of times these people regret doing this because now they realize, hey, we're all made in the image of God and He does not make mistakes. If you made your male, you're a male. If you made your female, you're a female. Not to go around hating the other gender to the point that you want to be them, because that's where it comes down to. So, I mean, just listen to these guys that are competing in women's sports. They do this because they hate and envy women. So therefore, they're going to use their biological advantage, intervene in these sports, and they can easily win these medals. One guy was honest enough to say, yes, he thought women were beautiful due to the fact that we can give birth. Well, not all of us, but it still confirms it, whether we can give birth or not. But he thought that was beautiful. Well, as a man, he can still support that, not change his gender. Okay, he can marry a woman and witness that, and the blessing of as many children as they can get. I mean, of course, a lot of men like the beauty, but some of them don't. But there are men that like the beauty of watching a woman experience and respect women for doing that. But to change your whole gender, because that's why I say it's jealous and envy, uh, then that's where it crossed the line. Okay, there are men. I even I know a brother. He's a man that doesn't like sports. Does that mean he's not a man? Absolutely not. He's still a man. Okay, he's married to a lovely woman for 2 decades. They have 2 children. Okay, and they may have a grandchild. Three. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting about the third one because I haven't. I rarely see her in church when they used to go frequently. The kids, anyway. There are men that like gardening. There are men that like fashion. There are men that like arts. That doesn't. Why would that question their masculinity? Some people would. Okay. Now, in some cases, if a man is a nurse, some of them, are homosexual. But in general, if a man doesn't really, is not really into like fixing cars and sports and oily and greasy stuff, doesn't mean he's not still a man. Same with a woman. Growing up as a girl, she barely played with dolls. Some tomboys did like dolls. Um, or maybe had very limited dolls. Rode a dirt bike. Okay. Got into like some rugged sports, not afraid to climb a fence, um, can know things about car parts. Like one big example is Joe from The Facts of Life. Back in the early 80s, she was a tomboy. She had a dirt bike, knew a lot about cars. Of course, she dressed up when she needed to for occasions. And believe it or not, she was the first one to get married on the show. So, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about people that have this delusion that they think that they are the opposite gender as if God made a mistake. So that's all I really want to comment about that. Um, Continues about the surgeries. That this is something that started in October 2022. Um, an opinion story for the Tennessean that same month. Lamberth, one of the Republicans, said that surgery should be considered abuse. Okay, and these are quotes: abuse. All right, and so you see these TikTok videos of these parents exploring their child, and this boy is wearing makeup and a dress. Their parent should be dealt with. I mean, to the point of law enforcement getting involved. So they go deeper into the biological genetics. Okay, the Y chromosome versus double X. Okay, so that's all common sense. And one more quote, and then I'll close. So this is about the video after Matt Walsh, put his 2 cents in when he was interviewing And this Bill Lee was also on CPAC. Okay. And you should see that in the thumbnail when I upload this video. Go on YouTube. Rumble won't let me do it. Okay, so the bill could face legal challenges if signed. The challenge is left-wing groups, ACLU. Okay, you always got liberals. We even have liberals here in the state of Texas. A couple of Democrats in office that's going to challenge. I'm sure they have the same. They're going to have the same challenge. Okay, and Lombard, in short, told the Daily Wire that the issue should not be partisan, that most Tennessean citizens support this bill. So the vote was 77 to 16. So I mean, so what does that tell you? Okay, but God bless Tennessee for doing this. God bless the mayor. I mean, we gotta support back our leaders that's fighting the good fight over the delusion. Satan is always busy, as my grandmother used to say. The word says he rolls and prowls like a roaring lion, seeing whom he may devour. And right now it's the children because they are the most vulnerable. Remember, and I'm gonna close with this. Way back when the or the rainbow community wanted to legalize their marriage. Oh, we just want civil unions. It's not going to affect the children. Our goal is not to affect the children. I remember working with one who specifically said that. Said, yeah, you Christians should just let us have civil unions. As a result, under the Obama administration, it was a federal case where it was passed where these people can have their little fake marriage. Child abuse went sky high. You heard the case of recently this couple that uh, went to prison, were arrested for um, essaying these two boys. It's an unfortunate case. There was also a case in, I believe, Oregon several years ago where the same case happened. And to avoid prison, the couple, um, uh, took their lives. You heard the story about the Hart family, lesbian couple adopted these black/biracial children. Um, they sensed abuse. They off themselves in a cliff, took the children with them. Not saying just because of that, but that's a serious problem when you change the definition of marriage and family apart from what the Lord intended. The results are not good. And it's not just that. Sexual immorality, um, adultery, fornication. You think we have all Planned Parenthood and unplanned pregnancies if we all just obey God's law? Not that, oh, he's ruining my fun, I have needs. No. He knows what will harm us. So that's all I have. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have well, I don't know when the next. I may go live, sometime soon. I don't know, but I thank you all for your support, and my supporters on Spotify has increased, and I got the news today, so the word is getting out there and the commentary. So thank you for the support. It's been, I think, slightly over 2 years since I've been giving commentary. Christina Red Soul, pray for our nation. Pray for our brothers and sisters under the persecuted church. May the Lord keep you, bless you, and his light shine upon you. And I'll talk to you super soon.